What did I say that was derogatory?
You said jungle music, and that was a little bit
Jungle
hurtful.
is that a bad? I like a little jungle boogie. Put new. See what happened.
What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right, man. You?
I'm doing all right.
Chilling. What you getting into?
Just doing a little chit
you-
chat.
Do you have the right to be racist? Well, I guess anybody does, right? But like, you want to live on an island? You want to, you want to spew hate? Like,
Well, does being racist necessarily regard me to have hate in my heart?
well, I think it's judging other people, right? Like at a minimum, right? We could agree upon that, right? It's judging somebody else.
Really judging other people, or is it me wanting to put my race first?
Okay, well, then I would reword that shit, right? Because racist, like by definition, means like you hate those motherfuckers. But if you just want to put yourself first, that's different.
Let's
right?
check that out. Let's check what that definition says really quick. I'll Google it up
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
a
Let's
prejudice against
chop it up a little bit for sure. Let's chop it up.
a person. If I'm a racist as a noun, I'm a person who's prejudiced against or antagonistic towards people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Well, I wouldn't even say that because there's reverse racism. So I
What
think you're
exactly
right
is
though.
reverse?
I think it starts with where you said though. I agree with that.
Well, can you tell me what exactly is reverse racism?
Well, so that would be somebody because they're like so historically, at least in the United States, right? So historically, because of slavery, the black community has been oppressed for hundreds of years. So reverse racism would be not me being a white person looking down at the black person, but just because of their skin color, not even knowing that person, right? But it would be the reverse of that. So a black person looking at me, judging me just because of my skin color without any conversation or anything, not knowing me as a person, right? That's what that would be how I would consider it.
So how exactly does reverse racism work?
Well, I think racism has to exist for reverse racism to exist because it's kind of like the CIA, right? Like the CIA goes and fucks with countries and then that country fucks with us back. But if you never fucked with that country in the first place, they wouldn't be fucking with you. So I think it's kind of like that. Like
I'm guessing what I'm actually is what would reverse racism look like in a practical form?
Somebody calling me a name just because of the color of my skin.
Cracker.
Yeah, exactly. Cracker, honk.
There's no such thing as reverse racism. It's just racism. If you're being, if you have hatred or prejudice against a particular race or ethnic group, so there's no reverse in it. It doesn't talk about like minority versus majority. That's not in the definition at all.
Yeah, I agree with what that dude just said. I totally agree with what that guy just said. Racism in and of itself is judging other people. So yeah, so I don't even really think there is such a thing as reverse racism because that's just racism. Right?
And you know who I am. I'm Joe Jules. We spoke only a couple nights ago. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. How you doing, Joe Jules? Thanks so much for chiming in. What's up, bro?
I think he took a little reservation on you calling him that guy.
Yeah, no,
Is
I
that
apologize.
racism or is that being prejudiced? Let's look up the definition. Why don't we?
Ooh, C3X. I always like people that are willing to look shit up and research shit.
Prejudice is included within racism, so it's actually a part of it.
I would agree with that comment. I don't think any
And a
race is superior.
prejudice is just a preconceived opinion that is not based on a reason or actual experience. So
Correct.
it's loose and it ties into racism.
Yeah. That dude's got some knowledge. Joe Jules, excuse me, not that dude. And Butch ATV, how you doing? You know.
You can call me Kenneth.
I'm sorry.
You can call me Kenneth. Kenneth Klein Kilborn. That's the name.
Kenneth, cool. What's up? I'm Dave.
Yeah,
How's
Kenneth
it going?
Klein.
I like that last name, Kilborn.
Kilborn. Yeah, it's me. By God.
But I don't know. I think it's one thing. Everybody wants to feel accepted. There's a natural tendency in people to magnate towards people who are similar to them. But the term racist, like, to me, there's so much connotation. There's so much energy with that word. There's like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's one thing to just, feel more comfortable in a certain environment. But to as soon as we start talking about
It's
superior,
it's an environment that we created. We created for white men.
No, dude. No, the Native Americans were here 50,000 years before we got here, bro.
Hold on, let's get some of these messages over here.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Butch. I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. Your race is the superior race, bro. You got me there.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? Is that your friend?
Kind of reminds me of Kenneth Keith Kallenbach. He was some guy that was on Howard Stern. He used to what did he used to do? He used to try to blow cigarette smoke out of his eyes. Pretty intelligent guy.
Was he a racist too? I've never heard of him, but I love his initials.
So Kenneth Corn Kilborn are those
Klein.
three with K?
That's Klein with a K.
That your acronym of Kenneth Corn Kilborn is KKK?
KKK, that's me.
Oh, shit. I didn't get that part.
Kenneth Klein Kilborn, that's me.
Well, you know what my initials are is DLS, but if you mix them up, it's LSD, which will open your mind. And once you've taken a little bit of LSD or some mushrooms, you realize you're no different than any other person, and there is nobody better or worse than anybody else. And as a matter of fact, I'm no better or worse than a blade of grass.
Sounds like liberal propaganda, but let's get this next message.
Yeah, the white men actually, Andrew Jackson, he actually basically said that the Indian people had to leave their area, North Dakota.
We won. Exactly. And crying about what?
I think what he was talking about there is the Trail of Tears. This is historical fact that we broke like 500 treaties with the Indian nations, because anytime we found gold or oil on the land that we gave them, we made them move. We're like, oh no, fuck that. We need that land.
Exactly.
Sorry,
because this is our land. That's why we were able to do that, because this is our land, the white man's land. Let's get on with the next message here.
But at the same time, this has happened forever with humanity, with modern humans. We've conquered one group of people and another group gains power and conquers another. This has happened. It doesn't happen as much anymore because all the land has been established. So, wars have actually gone down also.
Right.
It seems as though nuclear weapons actually have stopped us from being as uppity about major wars. It seems that way. It might be a correlation. I don't know if it's the actual causation.
You know what we did to Japan, buddy? That proved to the world that they don't want none of the white man from the United States of America, by God.
Well, I don't know if that's what we proved to him. I think we proved to him that we'll go to any lengths to fuck a motherfucker up. And you wanna talk about
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you're just saying it in another language. That's it.
Do you guys believe that one race is superior to another race?
Hell
Yes,
no.
yoga guy.
Or that there is
Yes,
a
I do.
superior race?
Hell no. Hell
Clearly
no,
superior.
Yoga.
Clearly
That's what
superior.
That's what we're arguing about,
buddy,
Yoga guy.
look, open your eyes, brother. What army can defeat the United States of America's army?
Okay, well,
Our
our army is made up.
That's a
of
black
a-
man's army.
Our army is made up of a bunch of mixed races, and I would even venture to say that it's not majority white.
And yeah, we seem to have this weird thing with identifying with strange stuff like skin color, with our past, our culture, instead of moving into the future and all of us identifying as humans. We draw these made-up lines like countries that aren't even there. We create these myths about things that we can't explain to divide ourselves. So when we want to try to belong, we actually create a subgroup that causes an outgroup that makes more conflict. So if we could just try to figure out how to identify as humans and as Earth, and try to figure out why we are here and why everything is, maybe we could have less conflict. This is obviously hypothetical, but yeah.
Hey man, I think that boy nailed it. Like, if we got invaded by aliens tomorrow, we wouldn't be talking about this. We'd be all joining together. Like, I lived in San
You're right
Francisco.
about that boy.
At Joe
You're
Jules.
right about that.
Joe Jules.
No, that boy, he was right about we're being the superior race. That's what the boy is right about. Let's move on to
Yeah, it's called the Trail of Tears. I'm not talking about who won. You kind of sound like a child. We won. Yes, people have been doing this for centuries. But it is irrational, and there's a way to work together. We won. I won. That's very childish. I'm sorry.
We won.
I don't know, man. You can't just call it like that.
Alright, Mr. Kenneth Klein Kilborn, aka KKK. What do you think that, or how do you think you would feel when they finally take your guns and, they make sure that you don't have any weaponry?
You know what?
Hey,
Just the base.
I just wanted to say she had some cool music playing. I just wanted to say she had some cool music playing. That's all I want to say.
It sounds like jungle music to me. I'm not sure, but what I was about to say in response to that question was,
hey, man,
I won't know how it feels. I won't know how it feels for them to take my gun from me because it'll be over my dead body.
Hey, dog. Let's just agree on something. Let's not call anybody names. Let's not use any derogatory shit, right? I don't mind talking with you.
I'm not sure if I said anything that was derogatory. What did I say that was derogatory?
You said jungle music, and that was a little bit hurtful.
Is that a bad? I like a little jungle boogie. What's wrong with that?
All right, let's move on. Let's just be nice, though. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let's just,
I don't know.